Good afternoon. Appreciate everybody taking time out of their Thursday afternoon to join me for what should be a fairly short webinar today. We're taking a look at what's trending at SoundSeal. It's something we talk about quite a bit. What's hot? What are people looking for? Obviously, SoundSeal has a lot of ways to tone down sound, control sound, make a room or an environment sound better, but what's trending was a recent question that popped up. While we have a lot of fabric options, we have felt options, polyester options, what's actually trending is the people are going back to wood. I think that's the way I would word it. People love the wood look, and we're finding as more and more spaces are opening up, people want the look of wood, not just in classrooms or university levels, but we're seeing it more in traditional offices, libraries, government facilities, where, yep, that wood look is what people want once again. So that's what we're here to talk about, is how do you mix in the aesthetics of the wood with the high performance of the acoustical properties. So with WoodTrends, we offer a number of different systems. We're going to take a brief look at the majority of them. Some are installed in conventional grid systems, some are floated off the ceiling, some are wall applied or ceiling applied. We tend to say for all of these that we have 24 standard wood veneers, 40 custom. I've been told quite literally that if it grows on a tree, we can make a veneer out of it. We've done some exotic stuff, bird's eye maples. We've done some banana woods and different things, but typically we're in what a lot of people would consider the traditional veneers: cherries, ash, maples, steamed birch, all sorts of different things. But depending on the system, we can get NRC ratings as high as 0.90, which is very high sound absorption. And all of these systems are going to be, that you're going to be seeing, are going to be available in Class A fire ratings. If A is not required, we can actually shave a little bit of money off of the job project and go into a Class B, but we tend not to. For traditional lay-in ceilings or traditional ceiling grids is probably the better way of saying it, we have three systems. We have a basic tile, which has a tegular edge. It's just a basic lay-in ceiling tile. We have an elite system, which works on a spring mechanism that gets you a semi-concealed grid. And then we have a select system where if you want to see no grid but still use it for the convenience of the install, we can provide a wood system to accommodate that. The basic is just that. It is by far the most basic of all the tiles. 2x2, 2x4 sizing is most common, are just quoted some 1x6s. So other things are possible. All of the systems that you're going to see, the perforation can vary. We're showing this one with an oval flat, as I like to call it, but we can do everything from large holes to small holes to, honestly, we'll make some that are just aesthetic and have no holes. So the perforations are kind of all over the board, and we have a lot of perforation guides on the website and people that can help you into those selections. Those selections are really what dictate the NRC ratings on these products. Again, the basic is just that tegular edge tile, so the tile is going to drop down below the ceiling grid. And I like to keep it simple and say with this system, you see the big fat grid lines. Don't have a better way of describing it by that, but it can accommodate a 9/16 or 15/16 grid, but you do get the full lines. Everything is visible. The Elite is our semi-concealed grid system. So in that picture there, you can see the wood is overlapping the bottom of that grid. It gives you roughly a 1/4-inch pencil line reveal in between the panels. It keeps it looking really nice. It is loaded into the grid on a spring, which will keep all four corners as tiles come into play with each other. in line, it also is a downward accessible ceiling tile because of that spring. So it has a few nice benefits. I forgot to mention as we started, all of the WoodTrends products, with the exception of the timber sticks, which you'll see at the end, are built on a MDF core with a true veneer face and a balancing veneer backer. So we're talking about real wood type of products. There's the mounting detail for the Elite tile. But what you get is a look like this. You know, full ceilings. This is the Morton Arboretum in Chicago. This is a glass wall at the end of the hallway, and that wood does extend out. We can do exterior grade wood to match interior as long as it's under an overhang, and like this example. The Select is a little unique to Soundfeel. This is where you want to have a system that is fully concealed. So all of the T-grid systems that you've seen, we sell no grid systems. There's no sense of paying for proprietary grid. You tell us what heavy-duty T-grid you're going to use, and that's fine. This one particular product does have one piece of hardware that we provide with it. It's called a Z-bar, different than what you use to hang fabric wrap panels. This is what we consider a Z-bar, and this is how we get a fully concealed system. So this bar is going to attach off to a standard ceiling grid. The tiles are going to overlap and abut. So all of this hardware is concealed. You're going to have a small bevel where the panels meet, but otherwise it is a fully concealed grid system. And this is the type of look you will have. You don't see any of the grid lines. You see a small reveal where the panels butt into one another. And it's also at this slide I'd like to mention, not just with this system, but with all of the WoodTrends systems, we do and can provide the matching trim. So yes, all of this trim that they eventually put their letters on at the Detroit Library, all of this additional trim was provided by Soundfeel for the WoodTrends system. Now, if I'm saying what's trending, linear is probably the #1 trending product right now, and probably by a fair bit. People love the monolithic look. What this is a plank system. So the planks can come anywhere from just under 3 inches wide up to 12 inches, length up to 9 foot or just a little bit more. We're putting reveals in between the wood up anywhere from 1/8 of an inch up to 1 1/4 inches. The bigger the reveal, the more acoustical value we get. If we want to, we can perforate the plank, again, to increase the acoustical value. But what we're doing is things like this. This is the Red Oak Brewery down in Woodset, North Carolina. Our product is not the red arching beam. It is the vertical lighter wood product in between the red beams. Got really good acoustical value on this because we back that entire ceiling with fiberglass in behind the wood to really jump up the acoustical benefits of the product. You can also do varying widths of the plank, if you will, or the linear, similar to this. So you can stripe a room and stripe it differently, if you will, with different widths. I will say from a cost standpoint, this one surprises most people. This is probably our most economical per square foot product out there, is the linear. And the reason for that is you can still achieve good acoustical values without perforating it. Once we perforate it, it's in line from a dollar standpoint, but bang for the buck, the linear is a fantastic product. I mentioned perforations earlier. Again, a normal perforation for us might be 9 millimeters, and, you know, spaced on center, different things, but we do micro and nano perforations. So the one on the left is our micro perf. That's a 1.5 millimeter hole, or 1.5 millimeter. The nano perf on the right will vary anywhere from 0.4 to 0.5 millimeters. So we're talking extremely small holes. Essentially, you cannot see them. Once you step back away from the nano perf 3 or 4 feet, you cannot notice that it is perforated. You put it in the ceiling and it truly disappears. This wall here is actually done with the micro perf. So this is the larger of those two holes. And even that, once you step back from, you really do not see that perforation in the products. Wood grill would probably be what's trending number 2, right behind the linear. Again, it really boils down to that monolithic look. Straight, even lines is extremely popular. One thing I would say that differentiates SoundSeal's wood grill from some of the competitors out there, most people are making their wood grill out of solid wood. Again, I mentioned at the beginning, we use a Class A fire-rated MDF core with veneer wrap. I say wrap in this case because we're wrapping the bottom, the sides, and the ends of the wood grill. But the beauty of doing it with an MDF is that it is dimensionally stable. The problem with solid wood is it tends to snake or curve over time. You go try to buy pieces of hardwood at any lumber store for a home project. You go to Lowe's or Home Depot, it takes a long time to even try to find wood boards that are straight. And that is the problem with solid wood. Engineered wood, where you're using a composite system such as MDF, is going to stay straight and dimensionally point on. So in this instance, this was an auditorium we did in New Jersey. You have some angles coming together. Those lines will stay straight for the life of that product. What I like about the WoodTrends wood grill product is you get a lot of variety with the grill. You're deciding, how many blades per foot and how tall of a blade. So there's a lot of options with this. Typically, the blades are 12 inches long, typical length maybe 8 foot. I'm sorry, a panel is. But then you're deciding again how many blades or sticks you want per panel. It's going to end up looking similar to this. We're going to have a backer and a clip that clips onto traditional T-grid. It's a very simple attachment clip, and again, T-grid is just easy to hang off of. We can also go vertical with the product. You add in some lighting and some other things. It can take to a curved wall because it is a bent product, if you will. But what's truly trending is speed. Speed wins, and a lot of times these are, I wouldn't say an afterthought. Rooms are opening up and they're too loud, and people are like, wow, I really wish I added some of this through my lobby. How quickly can I get something? I'm already getting customer complaints at my restaurants. These are things we hear a lot of times. Our traditional WoodTrends products have about a 12-week lead time, very much in line, if not on the low end of the wood industry. But we do offer a quick ship wood grill that we can turn in less than 4 weeks. Historically, for the last few years, we've offered it in this color right here, or this veneer black walnut and red oak. Literally this month, we're receiving our first orders in for ash and cherry. So again, back to what's trending, what's hot, is we're doubling up our quick ship wood grill offering. We're going to 4 veneers in 4 weeks. That's kind of our new saying. It SoundSeal is what we're doing with that one. And then again, this is real wood. This is not stained. This is real wood, MDF with a real wood veneer. Another system we offer is called Topline. It's a tongue and groove system. The installers love it because it's easy to use. The acousticians and the acoustical consultants out there love it because the open airspace. If you look at the the end view of this photograph, you can see just how much open airspace there is. You pull really good NRC numbers. The acoustical numbers can go up to absorption of 0.95. And again, that monolithic look, kind of a seamless look. This is the NC State Hunt Library. It's a 2-story tall library. They did full walls of it downstairs, and they used a beautiful metal trim, supplied by others. I think it was a fried reglet trim on there, but it comes out just gorgeous, and it's a full tongue and groove system, so they can use every piece of every plank. Another shot of it at a different facility, but you get the idea with, just how seamless it really does appear, even though it's only roughly a 4-inch wide board. So if I had what's hot product number 3 or what's trending product number 3, it'd be this. And this is our final one for the day. This is called Timber Sticks. It's a mix of the PET felt product that is so popular right now, along with a traditional wood. So it's got a felt backer with wood slats placed on top of it. It's sold in standard panel sizes. It's also a stocked product. Generally speaking, ships out within a couple weeks. Everything is field modified, so it's all sold as 1x8, 1 foot by 8 foot, and is field mod. Again, these are the type of applications you're going to do. Roughly 8-foot section and another 8-foot section above it. The lines you're seeing in there are real. That's how it finishes out. You can add edge trim, but again, the acoustical values of this are very good. It's a very lightweight product. So it's about 3 pounds a square foot. That 1 foot by 8 foot panel weighs 25 pounds and is just under 1 inch thick. So it's got a 9 millimeter PET backer and roughly a half an inch deep slat. You get 15 slats per panel, and they're spaced essentially 1.5 inches apart. Direct mount to a wall, direct mount to a ceiling. We can add it to a furring strip on a wall to get some better acoustics. You can attach it to the underside of a traditional T-grid, again, to pull up that acoustical number. And when we launched this last year, we just had these 4 options. All of them had the black PET. So what you're seeing in between the grooves is the black polyester or the black felt backer. And we did it with 3 different oaks: a gray oak, a dark oak, and a light oak, and a walnut. After we launched, we had people saying, well, can't you do a different color backer or a different veneer? So we've added 2 more. These are brand new this summer. They're actually just coming into stock now. We're adding an ash veneer with a beige backer. We're adding an ebony or a 2-toned veneer with a brown backer. Again, all 6 of these will be stocked. Along with that, we can do custom timber sticks. We've had people say, well, I need a blue PET, which we have quoted with a maple base. We can do that. If somebody's like, well, I don't need 1.5 inch spacing on my sticks, I would like them further apart or less apart, we can go into custom timber sticks. Again, we're back at about that 12-week range like the rest of our products. And a little bit higher minimum order. On a custom, we're going to have a 500 square foot plus minimum order, where we have really about 100 square foot minimum on the ones that we stock. But I appreciate you taking the time out of your day. It's a beautiful day here in Virginia. I'm hoping it is wherever you are. My contact information is up on the screen. If you have any questions on a project, you want a copy of this presentation, or you want a sample of something you've seen today, please feel free to reach out to me. I love talking about this stuff and helping people out. Have a great day, and I hope to see you again next time on the next SoundSeal presentation. Thank you very much.